Hello, my name is Jan Mattes. I'm Chief Product Manager for Data Privacy and Protection in SAP Business ByDesign, and I'm now going to give you an overview about new capabilities we provide in 1802, which will help you to get GDPR compliant. So at a glance, you see there is a couple of enhancements and capabilities that we delivered already in our old releases. The new enhancements in a nutshell are basically that we will also support disclosure of contacts, that we will enhance search also for leads without accounts, and we enhanced the central access and deletion to central data, and added a read access logging functionality for sensitive data in the system. Let me show this to you right away in the system. You are probably all aware of the Data Privacy and Protection Work Center we have been delivering already a couple of releases ago. So what we offer here is, first of all, the functionality to disclose personal data. If I go in that work center, then you have the ability to search all natural persons. In my case, I will here now search for a private account. I type in here the name, find a couple of matching contacts. They all have the same name, and if I click on such a contact, then I get the button to disclose all data for that natural person. And what will happen now, the database will search all the business documents and the master data for that private account in this case, and then depict this here as a tree. And if I click here, let's say on the sales data, you see there are a couple of activities recorded for that person, appointments, emails, but also we see that we have opportunities and sales orders. And if I click here, let's say on the sales order, I can directly navigate to the sales orders which have been stored for that private account. So that gives a great deal of insight into what data has been stored about a natural person. Of course, if the person requests to, you have to also delete the data. And we have a similar functionality here in the business partner removal view. You can again search for, let's say, all business partners and then search for Strummer. And then I get a longer list. You see it's the same accounts that we just seen, but there are also obviously a couple of partners which have the same name. Let me now open here the functionality for that private account. I can first of all remove the data. So if I click here on remove, then I get an overview about the data. And if I then finally confirm, then I get a message that all data will be destroyed, and if not possible to destroy the data, at least anonymized. Furthermore, we've been introducing capabilities to block the removal. Let's say you are in a lawsuit with a customer or with a partner, and that's why you want to avoid that data is being deleted. That's why you can now here flag block for deletion and write him some description here, and that would then hinder other users to delete the data because it's still needed for that lawsuit. So as mentioned, we've been also introducing capabilities to find leads which do not store any data in any business partners. And then the most significant enhancement in 1802 is the introduction of read access logging for sensitive data. So this is the data fields that we offer to log in our systems, where each read access to the data will be recorded in a log file. And if we would say here we have the basis bank data for a business partner, or we have the biographical data, then all of this might be activated for read access logging. And if you see here, let's say for the business partner financial data, you see there is lots of data and lots of data entities and data objects where we store such data. And so this is really crucial how much data you want to create and how much data you really want to log. You can simply activate or deactivate the logging. And with those changes, you can then also track which changes have been made by whom. So just to give an example here for the financial data, I click here in which time frame, and then I can then select and see who has been doing those changes. You see it's the technical users which did some change here. So he activated basically the read access logging for the financial bank data, and that would happen on the 12th of December last year. And then finally, of course, those read access logs can be downloaded. They will be put into a zip file and will then need to be safely stored in an archive on your side. So it will not be stored for a long time in the ByDesign system, because you can imagine the data volume for such read access logs is definitely high. So I hope you liked what you have seen, and stay tuned for more videos.